Hi guys, I hope you're all well. This is another guitar video on how to do major 7 chords this time. There's another video I've done on minor 7 chords. And I'm just going to focus on the shapes and the feeling of these chords. Now the most obvious one, the easiest one to do, is if you take an A shape, just a simple A chord, with our fingers on fret 2 on strings 2, 3 and 4. Now we're going to move, all we do is we take this note here, which is an A, we're going to take that down a step. But to do that we need to completely change the position of the A, so rather than having all 3 fingers like this, we're going to put our second finger there, and then our first finger is going to go on the back to make a little sort of like a triangle shape. And we don't play the low E string, we just play strings 1 to 5. And the feeling of a major 7 chord is one of mellow, blissful, warm sunshine. They're so beautiful, and they can be so effective in certain sequences of chords as well. So that is the first major 7 shape. Now this can also be done anywhere up and down the neck if you bar it. And for that, you would then play it leaving your first finger free, so you play it with fingers 2, 3 and 4. And that way, if you wanted to do it here, you can go up and down, like that. So that's the first one. That's the one that's based around an A shape. Now, if you wanted to base one around a C shape, the easiest way is you just take off that first finger, like that. Similarly, that can be done anywhere with a bar. It's a little bit more of a stretch. It becomes less of a stretch as we go up the neck because the frets become closer together. There's one around the D shape. So if you were to play a D like this, all we do is we're actually just play the second fret. So we just take the D, I'm just going to take that down a step. That's all a major 7 chord is. We're introducing the 7th note in the scale with the other 3 notes, which would be the root, the 3rd and the 5th. So we're just having one note, and together they clash quite a bit. But when in context to the other notes, they just sounds lovely. So you can either play this doing it like a half bar with your finger. And remember, when we are barring with our finger, it often looks like we're just doing this, but really we're leaning the hand to the left because the edge of your finger is much stronger and it's also thinner, so you can get a more precise sound. And when you do that, you go just below the fret line and then you get a really lovely tone. Now I'd also say, when you're playing major 7 chords, it's nice to play in a sweet spot on your guitar. So I like to play kind of around here. You can get a much brighter sound here, but it's so much nicer when you get the mellowness of the kind of neck tonality. Just where the sound hole meets the neck is the sweet spot, I think, for major 7 chords. Have an experiment. The last one I'm going to teach you is one that's based around the E chord. So if you were to E shape, so you to play an E like this. Now all we do is we want the E that we have as an octave just to go down one step to here. And now it can sound a little bit muddy, so first fret on the D string with our first finger, and then we play first fret on the G string with our second finger, and then our third finger is going to come across to play the B there on the second fret on the A string. But rather than playing, you can hear, because the notes are quite low, it can sound a little bit muddy, but a really nice way of playing an E major 7 chord is, so any of these shapes, at some point when we move them up and down the neck, we can hit any chord. So we don't always have to do them down here in first position. So for example, this is a D shape, but if I was to bar this on fret, if I was to sort of, with my first finger on fret 2 and my little finger on fret 4, that's actually an E major 7. It's the same chord as that. But here's the nice thing. If you're playing an E major 7 chord like that, you can use your first finger to bar a little bit further, so you're barring strings 1 to 5, and give an open E string on the bottom, and then you've got this chord, which is so nice, and you get all 6 strings. You get a mixture of the low notes and the high notes, instead of just the low notes there. There we go. Anyway, have a play around with that. Let me know what you think. See you soon. Bye.